Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again so much for joining me here. I hope you are having an amazing and absolutely wonderful day. We're looking here again, of course, at Solana. That's why you clicked on the video. We got this recent point of control, potential rejection area at 174. We're going to keep an eye on. That is effectively where we could see the price action pull back. It really just depends on Bitcoin, honestly. Solana, even though it's doing very well, it's kind of not performing as well as Bitcoin is. And other coins, of course, are doing slightly better. So again, it's just kind of par for the course. It's inevitable for coins to inevitably or eventually rather align themselves with Bitcoin. It's not a perfect pairing, but it is something we want to be looking at nonetheless. So if you are new to the channel, I just want to say thanks for watching. Hope you can learn something today. If you've been watching for a while, thank you even more. Deeply appreciate you hitting that like button and just commenting below if you get a chance. I can't believe it. I got some folks been with me for over 3 years since I started the channel. It's been an amazing experience. Speaking of amazing, we got an awesome community over here in our Discord. Be sure to join up. Got some phenomenal features there. To our community members, we do have trade alerts now and live charts where I provide access to my charts there. Quickly to congratulate our members, Near Protocol 48%, ICP 20, Bitcoin 27%. That all happened yesterday and today. So again, those are nice shorts here. The question I get, hey, is it worth shorting or taking along with Solana? Let's find out. So liquidation levels, we're finally starting to see some liquidation levels start to stack up. It's not a ton, but it's definitely more than it was before. 174 is that upper range, and 164 to 166 is that lower range. As I talked about previously, 166 is likely to get swept. It got swept. What do you know? So to those hecklers, those people I think yesterday that were thumbs downing my video because they are so amazed with how awesome Solana is, they forget to look at real technical analysis and understand that it's subjective. It changes every single day, and that these levels are very commonly swept. I get it. You want the price to go to the moon, but this is just I'm always going to provide you with a realistic analysis, and those are just areas that were likely to happen. It didn't happen because I told you it would. It happened because greed is a very real thing. And if we see here, there's a lot of greed here, if you will. In other words, 164 to 165 is that lower range there where there could be another sweep of liquidation. It's not tremendous, but it is a lot. I mean, there's about 2 billion in liquidation right there. It's kind of weird just to not bat an eye at billions of dollars, but you get kind of used to it. This whole desensitization of crypto is quite an interesting thing. Okay, let's take a quick look here at the daily. Let's see where we're at. Let's work our way down. So daily time frame, we're generally going to be looking at moving averages. Being above them is also bullish, right? We're not going to blindly take long positions because of it, but it does tell us that we're still in good shape in the overall, right? But once again, Solana had such a strong uprising that it could pull back pretty significantly and still be bullish. That's the funny thing. But again, from a oscillator standpoint, we are definitely looking bearish here. Stochastic pulling back, RSI dropping. We want to hope that 50 holds if it comes down to that level. And we also want to recognize that MACD is diverging too. So I'm not proposing you short this coin, but I can say that Bitcoin retraces. There's a solid chance Solana will do the same. And if you look at this versus this, Bitcoin's printing a type of dragonfly doji candle, basically a green candle. And we can see Solana has a very significant bearish engulfing candle. So there's quite the contrast, right? Solana, I would say, is inversely paired now with Bitcoin, and it's almost 2x correction to Bitcoin. So once more, just some observations. It's not something to write home about, and it's nothing to go home and cry about either. Yes, I'm talking to you, trolls. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the 4-hour time frame. 7 moving averages, we are back up over the 20, but under the 20, back up over the 50. That doesn't mean much at all in the grand scheme of things being like, okay, we've broken bullish. It is nice to be over the 20, but it's not important. Or sorry, the 50. I keep mistaking those two. Either way you look at it, we want to be above both. That's the key takeaway here. It'll give us a chance to be above somewhat of a descending trend line, and that's really what we're looking for. So this descending trend line, while it's not perfect, it's kind of jagged. You can see it's running fairly parallel with that moving average, and being above it is important. We're under 50 on the RSI, generally unfavorable when we are. Granted, we've had small stints below this price action or below 50 on the RSI, but if you look at its history, whenever Solana goes down under 50 on the RSI, this is what happens, okay? I'm not saying we're just gonna see a monumental drop, it's just that once you're below that level, the likelihood of the price action going down is higher, okay? So that's really it. This is statistical Statistical probability. It's hard to say fast. Okay, let's take a look here at MACD. It's trying to converge, but it's still far ways away. So again, I'm thinking that with what we see here so far, even though we have a nice bullish engulfing 4-hour candle that's somewhat following Bitcoin's increase, we can summarize here that the 4-hour time frame's moderately bearish and we haven't broken free from this descending trend. Until we do, I wouldn't feel comfortable taking it long. When we take a look at the Ichimoku cloud on the hourly, we can recognize here that we're still below the cloud. What is that? To anyone who has watched my videos, what does that mean for you? Yes, it means we are not in a position to want to take a long with confidence. We got the lagging span free and clear below the price action, generally bearish. Conversion line below the baseline, bearish as well. Below the cloud, also bearish. So what is 1 + 1 + 1? That's 3, right? 3 out of 3 is a bad idea to take a long position. 3 out of 3 reasons to take to close your long and to open a short. Yeah, again, not a good reason. So me personally, when I just summarized there and talked about opening a short, I don't think you should do that either. Again, that was just kind of a poor example. The best thing to do in situations like this is to wait for confirmation. Again, if you're looking for a long, confirmation comes with the price being above the descending trend line, potentially even above the cloud. Actually, absolutely below the cloud. Once we do that, if that is the case, closure at 174 or higher, we'll be over that key level resistance, we'll be over the most recent point of control. We'll have confidence in knowing that we take a long that's going in the right direction, not one that could just drop its bottom. Okay? And if we're looking for a short confirmation, ultimately it's usually a bearish backtest of a point of control or a horizontal trend line. Now, if we take a look here, the more recent low should work as a new recent high. It's kind of not doing that, it's broken through that, so that's one thing. But secondary to that is this more recent point of control here, that 0.382 fib level. My money's on 174 rejecting the price action. So hypothetically, a short from 174 down to roughly the 0.618 fib level, that 166, that'd be a solid consideration. Again, is it worth the risk to me at this point? No, because we don't have enough confirming factors to want to take that. Again, it'll probably work out something similar to that, or just blast off into nowhere and follows Bitcoin if Bitcoin does end up surging past 66K, which I think is a distinct possibility, but not a probability. Watch my video, you'll know what I'm talking about there. Anyways, that's some food for thought. I hope this made sense. I described this all correctly. Thank you again to my community members for some wonderful feedback on the recent trade signals. Again, I know it's been rocking and rolling, near protocol, ICP, Bitcoin, and what BNB. We're 5 out of 5 on our shorts for the week. We did close one long in the red, but we closed it halfway to the stop loss and made up the gains with 5 other good trades. So again, there shouldn't be any reason to be frustrated by that. If you expect perfection, you're in the wrong industry. While I do fairly decent for the most part, I'm still fallible. I'm not perfect. But what keeps me perfect is exercising regularly, spending time with my family, my friends, and doing things that I love in my life so I can love doing what I do in my professional life, which again is trading full-time. So thanks again so much for your time. I'll look forward to seeing the next one. Do yourself a favor, one last thing too, make sure you join BitUnix, folks. If you have KYC or VPN requirements, don't worry about that. Just use BitUnix, phenomenal exchange, excellent rewards. Use my link. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks again. Take care.